Hi everybody, thanks for pressing play on the video today. It's Caroline here from craftycarolinecreates.com. Today's project is this really good size gift box, which I thought would be great for Christmas or any other event. I actually made this to send out some goodies to one of the ladies in my team that recently reached a sales milestone within her Stampin' Up career. So it is just a very simple rectangular box. As I said, really good size, 5 inches by 2 inches square, so you can get a lot of goodies in there. And I also really made it to showcase this beautiful designer series paper. So just show you, the box opens up and inside got some lovely Stampin' Up goodies for the lady. Just a very simple box, but really stunning and something you can make very easily yourself. As you know, I prefer a lot of time to make my own designer series paper, but sometimes if you're a bit pushed for time making a lot of boxes, it can be easier just to use some pre-made stuff, and you can't really make this sort of gorgeous pattern yourself. This is made using the Warmth and Cheer designer series paper stack, which has some really Christmassy patterns like this one that we're going to use to make one today, but it also has lots of these lovely sort of tartany, checky, look at those stars, that are Christmassy, but you can also get away with them, like lots of tartan plaid patterns as well. You can also get away with them at all different times of the year, especially now we're heading into autumn, although I am filming this on a ridiculously hot day, so I don't feel particularly Christmassy. But yeah, beautiful paper. That is the Warmth and Cheer DSP stack. So, as I said, this is a really quite simple box to make, so let's get on and show you how we made it. This one is Sherry Cobbler, and we're going to make one today using Garden Green. Okay, the cardstock measures 9 inches by 8 1/4. And we are going to start by doing some scoring. Bring in my scoreboard. Tip that up a little bit so you can see the measurements. There we go. So all the measurements will be on my blog, as always, craftycarolinecreates.com. So you can pop over there, double check them all, and of course if you want to order anything I'm showing you today in terms of Stampin' Up products, you can do that 24/7 direct from that website. So cardstock, as I said, 9 inches by 8 1/4. Let's put it at the top of our scoreboard with the 9-inch piece along the side and score that firstly at 2 inches and then at 7 inches. Okay, rotate it 90 degrees and we're going to score it at 2 inches, 4 inches and 6 inches, and finally at 8 inches. Okay, next step, score and burnish all those 4 lines we have just made. Very quickly do that. Take care on that little one. Okay, then we are going to start with this little flap that we have here, and we're just going to cut off completely the 2 edge pieces. So those 2 little tiny slithers, we're going to cut those off completely. Okay. And then we are going to cut up here 1, 2, 3. Okay. Now this edge one we are going to cut approximately in half and then notch out those corners. Okay. And then these 2 we're just going to notch out slightly as well. Okay. So leave the middle one whole like that. So do exactly the same on the other side. So cut up all 4 of our pieces. There we go. Notch out the end too, like that. I'm doing this in the opposite order of last time. Leave that one whole, and then this one we're just going to cut it and notch out those 2 edges like that. Okay, you can see how that is going to fold up like this to be our box. Okay, so this bit is going to be our base, so we don't need to stick anything on there. But what I've done, just to save some time, is I've pre-cut some pieces of that DSP stack. Okay, so we've got Oh, I did have 3 pieces that measured 4 3/4 of an inch by 1 3/4, and 2 bits that measure 1 3/4 by 1 3/4, but I seem to have lost one of these pieces, so I'll just go and cut another piece of this very quickly and then I will be back. Okay, so I've cut that extra bit, and we're gonna then stick these down. Okay, so first bit, now think about how you fold it up. I'm just going to do that again just to check. Yep, so you have the pattern going the right way so you don't get any upside down baubles. I'm just going to use Tombow on the back of these. Just gives you that little bit more wiggle room so you can make sure that they are exactly in the centre. Okay, there we go. So that's going to be our lid. So this bit is going to be our back. It's going to go like that. So we need to put this going the opposite way if you are using a patterned DSP like I am. Okay, there we go. And then this is going to be our front, so again our pattern needs to go up like this. Okay. There we go. And then the bits that we cut out, we didn't notch out, are going to be the side bits that we see. So these need the small panels on them. So again, Tombow on the back, and they are going to fold up like that. So again, just make sure you get your pattern the right way round if you are using a pattern. See, this one doesn't have an orientation, so you could stick that on anyway. Okay. There we go. I stuck that one upside down after saying all that. That's the good thing about Tombow. It does give you that little bit more grace than snail wood or fuse. Okay. So now let's fold this box up and we can put it together. So to fold it up, this is obviously going to be our flap. The flap we have our paper on is going to be the one that comes up last. So we're just going to fold that up like that. So I'm going to put a little bit, I'm going to use Tombow for this for a change. I normally always use snail. Let's use Tombow as I have it out. So fold the first up like that, and then Tombow on the back of this flap. And fold that up to make your box side. Just give that a second. The only downside of Tombow is you do have to hold it for a little second more. Oh, my camera battery is flashing at me, so hopefully we'll get this done. This is the battery that's a little bit temperamental. It tends to run out a lot quicker than my other ones do. So I'm making me a little bit nervous. There's a little bit more under that corner of that DSP. Stick that down as well. Okay, and you can see how that is then come together to make that beautiful little box. Okay, how pretty is that? Okay. To embellish it, label it, I am using what is a fabulously versatile sentiment set. It's called Tin of Tags. Might have passed you by in the catalogue because I think it's very easy to see this and think you need to buy the tag set. This is a fantastic sentiment set, not just for Christmas. I mean, surprise there works well on a general gift box, doesn't it? But this is Christmas paper, so we are going to use this one. Go ahead and tear it open. But again, you could use that for any present, really, couldn't you? Any occasion when you are giving a gift. This one I just used Whisper White on a mat of cherry cobbler. This one we're going to use a little bit of crumb cake on a mat of the garden green. I've just measured this so that it's slightly bigger than my sentiment. And then the mat itself is 1/4 inch bigger than this one, and I've rounded the corners. I'm going to use cherry cobbler ink, sorry, not cherry cobbler, crumb cake ink for a bit of tone on tone stamping. So I'm going to ink that up. Okay, because it's photopolymer, it makes lining this up on your card incredibly easy. She says that, and I'm probably going to make a mess of this because the camera's in the middle. But there we go, not too bad, maybe a little bit further down than I would have liked. We'll pop some dimensionals on the back. Okay, to pop that up. Pop it on top of my garden green, just in the centre there of that garden green. Okay. And then a few more sentiments on the side, a few more dimensionals on the side of the garden green bit. And then I'm just going to stick that in the middle, like that, okay? Final piece, this is the Cherry Cobbler sheer satin ribbon, I think it's called, again in the new catalogue. Comes in a 2-pack with some Emerald Envy, so it's a great value ribbon. And then, because that's popped up on dimensionals, I can just feed that underneath my sentiment. And then, oh, it's pushed in a little bit, there we go. So the battery died on me, as I said it was, but what I was doing is I just fed that ribbon underneath the sentiment, and then we can just tie off in a bow. Oh, I hate bows on camera. To be honest, I hate bows, not just on camera. But we can tie that up in a nice little bow, trim those edges, and how beautiful is that? I'm really pleased with the way that turned out. You know, sometimes you mix up the colour combinations and they work, and other times they don't, but that I think has worked really well. And there we have 2 really, really beautiful gift boxes. Why my battery didn't last another 30 seconds, I do not know, but I hope you enjoy the project. I hope you give it a go. As always, if I can help with any Stampin' Up products or any crafting related questions, please do not hesitate to get in touch. Thanks a lot. Bye bye.